Hi everyone, and welcome back to Robert's Dev Talk. In this episode, we're going to be setting up the development environment for the Microsoft SharePoint Framework, otherwise known as SPFx for short. And I'm going to show you how to set it up on both Windows and Mac. Now this is perfect for beginners. I'm going to show you where to get your Microsoft developer account so that you can have a test kind of sandbox for your SharePoint development. And we'll go through all the tools that you need, things like Gulp, Yeoman, Node.js, and we'll say a little bit about them, about why we use them. And I'm also going to introduce you to a great tool called Fast Node Manager. In the past, you may have used things like Node Version Manager, because the SharePoint framework needs a specific version of Node. And I'm going to show you how you can use this to install it on your environment alongside other versions of Node for other projects you may be working on. And if you want to keep up to date for when the next episode drops, make sure you click subscribe so you can be notified. As always, let's dive straight in. So first, we're going to set up our developer environment. So join me at the PC. What you need to do is set up your developer account. So I'm going to open up Edge. And we need to go to developer.microsoft.com. Now by going there, you can go to the 365 Dev program, but I'm going to put this link below so that you don't have to try and find that. So I'm going to press enter on there, and you'll notice you can join the Microsoft 365 developer program. There's many different kinds of developer programs with Microsoft. This is the one we want, the Microsoft 365 developer program. If you go to join that, then you'll be able to sign up and you'll get your free SharePoint tenancy. So you can have like yourname.sharepoint.com. And I believe at the time of recording that you'll get a free developer E5 account, which as long as you use it within 90 days or continue using it, you'll get 90 days free access, which will renew automatically as long as you keep using your tenant. So make sure you sign up there. Link is below. That's step one. And it's also worth mentioning at this point that really you want to develop against a developer environment. If you can only use your live tenancy with your company, make sure they create maybe a sandboxed area, a communication site, especially for you to test your development against. So the next thing we have to do is install Node. So what is Node? So using Node, you can run JavaScript outside of the browser. And most modern development tools like React, Vue, Angular, they rely on Node in order to run tasks to build and compile, etc. In the case of SPFx, the SharePoint framework uses Node for its toolchain. So it uses things like Gulp, Yeoman to help you build and deploy your customizations. So let's see what that means. Now the thing to bear in mind is that SharePoint Framework is very specific about the version of Node it uses. At the time of recording in 2025, we're on SharePoint Framework version 1.21, and it needs Node version 22. Now, you don't have to uninstall Node from your computer and reinstall it, because there's a great tool called Fast Node Manager, and we're going to install that now. So I'm going to start up the command prompt, and I'm going to run it as the administrator. Now to install this, I'm going to use winget on Windows. So if I was on a Mac, I'd use the curl command to get this package. I'll type that into this Windows terminal. It won't really help, but I'll put that in the link below. So that's how you'd install it on the Mac. Let me get rid of that. I'm going to use the Windows one. Now this uses winget, which of course comes built in as part of Windows 11, if not in Windows 10. And below you need to get it from the Microsoft Store and install it manually. But we're going to do winget install and then schniz.fnm. And there we are. It's run. I've already got it installed, but you'll appreciate that if it's not there, it will have installed it. Now the final thing we need to do is set up the shell so that when we run FNM from wherever we are, it will be recognized. Now on a Mac, if you were using ZSH, for example, you would run this command and that would set that up for you. But I'll put a link to all the commands below. Okay, so make sure you pause and check that out. As I'm on Windows, I'm going to run a bit of PowerShell now. And this is the command that you need to run. fnm and then the environment, and it's --use--on--cd space --shell space PowerShell, and then we pipe it to an out string and we invoke the expression. And that's it, we're all set up. I'm just going to close the command prompt and reopen it so that it takes effect. Run as administrator, yes. And now if I type fnm, we can now use it. So next thing is we want to install Node version 22. If I do Node v, you'll see I'm on 18, okay? And you may be similar because you have different versions of Node. So I'm going to do fnm install 22 and it will install it for me. Okay, that didn't take long, although I have got a fast internet connection. So now I've got fnm installed, I need to use it by going fnm use 22. And now it's using version 22. So now when I check the Node version, I am indeed running version 22. So now we need to install the SPFx Toolchain. Now let me quickly explain what the toolchain consists of. You've got Yeoman, otherwise known as Y-O, and this is a scaffolding tool. It's a tool to allow you to create a template for your project. Gulp is a task runner. It's used by SPFx to build files, to bundle them and get them ready to deploy to live. And the Microsoft generator SharePoint is the official Microsoft SPFx generator to be used with Yeoman. It walks you through creating a web part or an extension. I'm going to install that whole toolchain by running this command, and I'm going to put this in the link below. npm install -g globally, throughout your environment, Yeoman, Gulp, and the Microsoft Yeoman generator templates. You'll see the cursor rotating, meaning it's working. Now you'll see quite a few warnings. Don't worry, that's up to Microsoft to sort those out. This is what to expect when you're installing the SharePoint Development Framework toolchain. And I've sped this up, but that took about a minute to do, okay? Again, it depends on your bandwidth of your connection. So now we can test it out. We do that by typing yo. And if you see this, then you know everything's working. And in the next episode, of course, we'll go into using it to create the web parts. Now, as a bonus, I recommend you use Visual Studio Code as your editor. I use Cursor, which is a paid fork of Visual Studio Code, but Visual Studio Code is fine. If you're on Windows, you can get that very easily by using winget. And here is the command for that. Winget install Microsoft.Visual Studio Code, or you can just head over to code.visualstudio.com if you're on a Mac. And that's it. Your SharePoint development environment is now set up whether you're using Windows or Mac. We've seen where you can get your development environment, how you set up Node using Fast Node Manager, and we've also installed the core tools you need for your SPFx project. If that helped, please subscribe. We really appreciate your support. And if you have any comments or you need assistance with anything we've covered today, please put a comment below. In the next video, we'll start building out our web part, so please subscribe so you can be notified. I'll see you then.